Hey everyone, Evan Kirstel here. I'm super excited about this chat today with P360, who are reinventing the communications, collaborations, and employee experience in healthcare. How are you?
Thanks, Evan. Great to be here. Looking forward to this conversation.
Yeah, I have for some time. As you may be aware, I focus on UCAS and CX and collaboration, topics that are typically left out of healthcare IT discussions. But you're changing that. Anupam. Maybe
Absolutely.
introduce yourself, a little bit about your background and your mission at P360.
Thank you. And hello, everyone who's listening all over the world. Great to be here. My name is Anupam Nandwana. I'm a co founder and CEO of a company called P360. We specialize in life sciences commercial business. And I've been a career life sciences professional, spent over 24 years or so in this industry, did work in some of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world prior to jumping into the business about a dozen or so year ago. And Evan, you couldn't have been more precise when you said CX and some of the user experience is not the first thought out thing when we are building this. And to an extent, it's a heavily regulated industry. So you understand where people are coming from, but it's also time to change and provide that best in class customer experience. So we as a company, what we do is we specialize in building engagement between life sciences companies, uh, pharma, biotech, med devices, diagnostics, with HCPs like healthcare professionals and patients. So that's our primary. So how do we make their lives easy? How do we get them information they need to treat their patient, help their patients get these life-saving medicines in people's hand and to therapies? So that's what we do. And we do it through an engagement platform.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the platform. Maybe describe the current state of play in the healthcare world. We all have a personal anecdotal experience
Right.
of our healthcare providers. Typically, they involve lots of clipboards and fax machines and phone calls and voicemails and all of these kind of old
Right.
fashioned, antiquated communication methodologies. So describe your approach because you're looking to
Right. So if you
fix
look
all of
at
that.
right, if you look at a healthcare as a whole domain, there are pharma piece, there is a provider piece, there is a payer piece. So what we specialize in the pharma side of the healthcare equation. And you are spot on when you say there are still faxes involved. There are still people knocking on the door without appointment. So I'm sure everybody has gone to doctors' offices and seen pharmaceutical reps coming in, waiting in there in the lobby, hoping to get a minute or two of doctor's time. And on the other side, we also have heard and read enough about doctors and the struggles they are having with increased patient population, less amount of time, pricing pressure, regulatory pressure, all of those things, right? It's a thing which has been brewing for a while. And one of the key stats we use quite often in our meetings is even before pandemic, there were 1 out of 2 doctors who just said we cannot talk to pharmaceutical reps anymore. We just don't,
Mm.
for a variety of reasons, right? So it's not one reason. And it has progressively gotten worse. What has happened is technology has evolved, and we all live our days from Amazon delivery notification to DoorDash bringing food to car coming. So that's the real world. And doctors live the same life as you and me and expect that same level. But when they go to work and then they have somebody saying, okay, I'm going to send you an email because that's the only way I can send you this regulated information. 9 out of 10 emails usually don't go get read. Means I'm sure everybody has different percentage, but it's very difficult. And when you are a doctor dealing in a certain medication or therapeutic area, you could be dealing with 6, 7, 8 different companies who bring the products to you. Now you are responsible for learning, giving time to it becomes exhausting, and it's a lot of things to expect, right? So what we did is we built a platform which makes the digital engagement easy. If you are a doctor, you need something, you can text your rep. We have fully controlled. You get a text message back, you get what you needed, and then if you needed to jump on a video call, one touch and you are done.
Wow.
you and I sit on our computers whole day, so a lot of technical things are not as difficult. We think it's trivial, but when your job is to treating patients and human bodies, you're not as focused on looking at all your technical abilities to prove, right? That's not your job. So all those things, what we are trying to do is simplify, making doctors' life easy, bringing AI into intelligent bots, bringing instant video conferencing, scanning a QR code and getting in touch with somebody. All those things are hugely important, and more we're speaking with customers. The companies of every size are starting to get hold of this thing. Yeah.
It's a fascinating approach. And yeah, you and I think, well, we have Zoom, we have Teams, we have infinite number of communication solutions, and you actually are a Microsoft key
Right.
Microsoft partner. So
We
you
are a huge
leverage
Microsoft shop.
platforms
Yeah.
like Teams, but you add a different layer of simplicity and a different user interface and different set of integrations. Maybe describe your portfolio because you have so many different products and
Right.
applications and use cases
Yep.
for the viewers.
So our signature product is Zing. It's an engagement platform. So what it differentiates between like Teams and Zoom. So we all can use Teams and Zoom,
Mhm.
but we have no control of regulatory requirements on these things.
Mm.
We like literally every word which is said by a pharmaceutical company is they have to be accountable for it. It has to be approved. Every file or document you I just read a comment from one of the listeners. So great. Thank you. So every word which goes out, we have to sometimes put AI to work. So even before the message goes out, you have to control and then providing full auditing history of everything which has been communicated.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Zing is our engagement platform. And then we have a companion backend called Birds AI, which is our data and analytics platform, which is designed for life sciences companies to manage all their data and analytics properties. On the other side, we have Sweeten's hardware/software solution, which is our own proprietary hardware. We use this primarily in research labs where scientists can, at a press of a button, get a supplies, get service, because they are working in an environment where desktop or phone is not, app is not an answer. So there
Right.
is an app for it, yes, but the app's not an answer because they could be wearing gloves, they could be in a clean room, they are in just an environment where they are not just allowed to log in or whatnot. So it's like an easy button if you call it for a very regulated space. And last product is a very niche product for US life sciences industry called CuroTrack. It's a patient journey, patient engagement platform for life sciences companies. So that's our product portfolio.
Fantastic. Let's talk about the patient journey because it's a confusing one today and lots of roadblocks and dead ends.
Right.
So it seems like the focus from you is automating that process, reducing enrollment times, reducing
Right.
stress.
So
Share more about how the process works and kind of the impact on the patient care and some of the
right.
outcomes that you've seen firsthand.
So patient journey has multiple flavors, right? So if you
Mhm.
look at more and more, the therapies and the drugs are becoming highly complex, very expensive. There's a process to bring somebody on those drugs, and there are some drugs which could have only like 2,000 or 5,000 patients worldwide, like in ultra rare diseases or rare disease. So when patients have to come on board with those therapies, it's a significant process. You have to go through some testings, DNA testing, all kind of tests, right? And by the time you are prescribed to this prescription, it's not one of those blue slips you walk into Walgreens and say, I need this drug, but your doctors have to write a comprehensive prescription. It goes into the prior approval process and the workflow kicks in where this could take 2-3 months by the time you are on the therapy. And like how you communicate with the insurance company, how you get a trial order. So that platform is designed to support pharma companies bring those patients on board, maintain their therapy cycle, adherence, and track and support them.
I love it. And I see Irma is mentioning here, it's the app is not an answer. You
Right.
really take a messaging first approach, and we're all, from our kids to my, parents are all messaging centric. So
Right.
is that really the solution to engagement and
Yeah, and
to,
actually, we are not the only
yeah,
one saying is Gartner has put out a research paper out there by 2025. 80% of the customer service organizations are going to abandon the apps in favor of messaging service. And if you see what's happening in the real world, right? In US, we are used to iMessages and SMS, but outside the world, WhatsApp has taken over the market significantly, right? And all their lives and communications are happening in this messaging platform, and the instant gratification, if you call it, or the
mm,
service whatnot, maybe, but it's just a high-end experience. Like, I will just share an anecdotal story. A couple months ago, my wife and I had our flight canceled on Newark Airport. I literally managed my entire rebooking and everything on text messaging with United Airlines.
yeah,
I didn't have to talk to anybody. I didn't have to stand in line. It was just like, okay, I sent a text. Okay, these are your options. So why can't we give our physician that level of service in the area they need the most, because they need every help they can get.
absolutely. Hallelujah. That's the vision I hope for every provider. So tell us about the implementation. How do you engage with the healthcare provider and deploy and
Right.
support that? Given all the legacy and technical debt that these people have, it can be a challenge, right?
Technical debt is a great word, and it's a huge challenge. A lot of time, people are. That's how we have always done it, and that's how we will always do it. Is easy answer, but more and more companies are starting to feel the pressure. And also, one of the key thing we did is we built an infrastructure which can sit on top of your commercial infrastructure. So we are not convincing half the stakeholders saying why you should replace A with the B. It's
Mm,
like, okay, we'll appreciate everything you have, but this can sit on the top of it and make your life a little easier. We integrate natively with most of the industry specific CRM systems, so the doctors and the data sets they bring in is fully controlled, so you are only communicating with the people you are supposed to communicate with, because that's also one of the limitations. You can't just pick up a phone and message anybody in the healthcare world. You are fully restricted in that sense. And also, bringing data back into your enterprise system is a huge challenge. So we have checked all those boxes and tried to make it easy from implementation. We can get up and running in as quickly as 4 to 6 weeks. Some of the bigger companies, it could take 8 to 10 weeks or so.
that's fantastic. Yeah, I was just browsing your website there and really interesting set of capabilities. So where are you in as an early stage company and your ramp up and deployment to maybe describe the team and some of the
So we,
successes
we
that
are
you have?
yeah, we are late stage. We are about 250 people. So our bread and
Okay.
butter business was the Birds AI, the Zinc platform, and from there we have built this engagement platform. We have a significant traction. We are working 5 out of top 10 pharmaceutical companies in the world. Some of
Wow.
them are standardized it, some of them are piloting advanced stage cycles. So we are very excited, and more we are speaking with these companies. They are saying, okay, I got the use case which you are trying to sell me, that I need that, but I have also these other three things which we need to talk about. And this it's really amazing to see the traction and the acceptance we are getting on this. We are a fully remote organization, so, and we were by
Mm.
inception. So we are staying true to our DNA, because making remote engagement easy, and this is our year number 9 of being remote. So
Wow, that's impressive. Where are you physically
I'm in New
right
Jersey.
now?
I'm in New Jersey.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm in Boston, so between us and New Jersey, there are quite a lot of healthcare providers that could use your application, and I hope some of them reach out
Yeah,
from this discussion.
between Cambridge and New Jersey, I think we have about 60% of the market.
So what are you looking forward to as we head into the summer months, personally, professionally? I imagine you
Right.
have a busy summer ahead.
So, from professional perspective, we have several product enhancements on the horizon, which we are very excited about. And also, we feel like our industry is at inflection point. They are fundamentally changing. There are factors beyond what we do which are impacting it. but there is a unified sense in the sense we need to do better. We need to
Mm.
bring more engagement. How do we help these HCPs get the information they need? And also, you probably hear this every hour of the call you are on. If somebody sees chat gpt as a demo, or somebody sees an AI demo, and then their executives come back and saying, how am I doing this? How is my company doing it? I'm at risk of being left out by my competitors. So we are pretty excited what's on the horizon, because we are as much of a domain expert on the business we are as we are technology expert, and that has been the winning message for us. So we are quite excited. On personal front, I have a trip planned for Spain, so quite excited on that one too.
Oh, fantastic. And do you actually sell and market overseas or in Canada as well
Yeah,
as the US?
right. So we are a global company. We
Okay,
operate in North America and Europe right now, and we are looking at some of the other markets for expansion. Yeah.
fantastic. And as a Microsoft partner, couldn't be a better time with Satya Nadella's leadership and OpenAI and the whole
Yeah.
mission there is you must get a lot of additional insights and access to
Oh, last
technology.
10 years has been amazing under Satya's leadership. And
Going to be delighted by your service. Watching.
thank you.
Feel free to reach out to us with any questions or comments, and we'll catch you later.
Sounds great.